Yeah. Yeah. Don't you love mods in games? I don't know exactly what happened, but over the weekend I updated some mods, and it blew up all my passenger cars. Not only did it blow up all my passenger cars, but you'll notice we don't actually have any available, except for the charter caboose, which are other mods, the excursion cars, which is what we've got on this train, and the closed ones on the other train, and the baggage car, which doesn't actually haul anyone. Yeah. So, we've cobbled together these excursion cars from the remains of the other cars. The other train has some other ones, and we're just gonna roll with this for now. RO Scales Sandbox Railroad Historical Society, nice to see you again. Thanks for the update on what your channel is going to be doing. The upside is we now have these mountains. I tried downloading these before, they weren't working, and now somehow they are, even though the passenger cars aren't. And it's not these work and the passenger cars don't, because for a while the passenger cars weren't working without this too. You know what? We will figure it out at some point. In the meantime, this train is about to run into a problem. That problem is this train. So let's go work on this train. $34, which... There's our roster. $34's train is blocking the main line. We do not need $34's train blocking the main line. We need it in the siding. And we're going to need it in the siding soon. So, let's go pick up our cars. Welcome back to the Engines in Eastern. Today has apparently been a little more hectic than normal. So besides 34, we also have 11, which needs to bring some cars down to go to Whittier. We have 10, which will be taking those cars to Whittier. We've got 55, which is taking water and will then need help up the hill. We've got 46, which I thought I told to advance to the end of Rodo. And we've got 12, which is trying to get to Rodo. But 12, I don't think 46 is going to make it there now, so we're just going to... Yeah, we'll just have the passenger train go around you. But we will also try and get 71 and 55 into their siding. 71, of course, being the helper. And I don't think we're going to make this thing up in one go. But we'll try. And just for fun, let's go look at 402's train. 402 has the streamlined mountain. Don't know what I think about that. And it's got the covered excursion cars. And since the charter caboose survived, I just kind of sandwiched these in the middle, and when we get to Whittier, we'll sort things out. Might have to add charter caboose to the other train as well. Yeah, that was a little frustrating. Oh, and of course 40 still is switching to do, but 40 is not a huge concern at the moment. So I guess while we wait for 11, or for 34, we'll get 11's consist rolling. There we go. that might sound weird for a second, and I apologize. Checking sound settings and all that. Okay. So the passenger train, next passenger train is going to leave Bryson in about 10 seconds. So before that happens, we need to get this thing back to its train and down the hill and out of the way. And hope it, you know, is going to be out of the way. Might have to do some interesting maneuvers if it's not going to be out of the way. So now let's get this one moved into the siding. Did we ever switch the other? Yeah, we did switch Union. Okay. But on the upside, we can now almost... If our other train wasn't so long, we could get 12's train out. Actually, I think now we can. Just to make sure. Should have been in company mode. Not positive. But I had to, you know, go to Sandbox to swap in some stuff. Alright, so for the time being, you go there. Now, if I can get the mods working, I do have an idea for how to fix these passenger trains for the next go-round. But of course, if I ever try playing Railroader after this, it's just going to be more problems. So, I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. We will have to figure out mods and go from there. Or possibly, maybe we just do a run without any mods? That's acceptable too. Alright, let's get back to 34's train. And in this case, we might just end up taking these coal cars all the way, because there's not really a place to put them. Actually, there is, and I probably just screwed things up a bit. Okay, new plan. Bringing the coal cars to here. Yeah, I did that wrong. I panicked a little bit. We should have shoved these in here. I think we'll have time to do what I'm about to do, though. We'll just run around them, shove them in here, and then bring the rest of the freight up here. But I do need to, yeah, do need to do this. Let's just do this manually. Signals might help us here because they'll stop the passenger train from going too far. Well, maybe I could have dropped them. That would have been the play. Yeah, we're just gonna blitz through these signals. Go get the rest of our train, and then we will sort this out. Good thing we got the D85 on this train. This wouldn't work with anything else. Oh, and we do have to pick those cars up too. More brakes. More brakes. More brakes. Lots of brakes. All the brakes. Yeah. That's right, I set the second one on here for some reason. So now we gotta move these over there. Kick off all these handbrakes. Okay, yeah, they're gonna start rolling, so let's keep those on for now. Alright, so now... Are those broken or something? No? Okay. Just had them in a weird order. So let's shove these up there, and then they'll be ready for the return trip. And I am definitely going to try and take some time to figure out these mobs before the next next stream. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of other games that feel prepared to stream. Because, like, there's Derail Valley, but my computer is not strong enough to stream that. I've done Infinite Rails, but that's so sandboxy, I don't think it would do very well. At the moment. Once they add a few more things, Infinite Rails ought to be better. And Construction just takes too long to play. Yeah, I tried it out. I've been trying it, and it's kind of fun. But there's so many little quirks and complaints with it, and it's so tedious at times. Yeah, I don't know. I also don't want to, like, restart my saves from scratch. So, make of that what you will, too. Alright. Now you should be able to go there. Get yourself out of the way. Actually, probably get you up to there, and then you can do a quick water check. And then we do also need to pick these up and put them somewhere in the train. And turn on your dang markers. We'll deal with that later. Okay, what else needs attention? Probably everything. 46 can now go down the hill. So let's have 46 go down the hill. Yeah, so I still have some ideas on how I could do future Railroader, but we're definitely going to need to fix some mods. And figure out why they aren't playing nice with each other. How many people we have on this train anyway? 36, 0. Oh, did you not? We're doing that too, apparently. Could have sworn I told it to load all of them and copy to coupled. Hey, what a way to run a railroad. It's got a lot of passengers there. So, yeah, our passenger business is not going to do very well today. And there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Also can't do much about the fact that these trains probably weigh significantly more than their previous versions. Except throw the bigger engines on. And keep the helpers ready. Okay, well, what I can do, I guess, is have you start getting your train together. Start getting these unloaded. You can also start working on these. So let's see. I guess what we need to do is grab this one and then move this car over. I think that's what it was. And you can just... How about you just put the caboose on the back of this? And you can tie your air for one. and then attach to the front of that. And then we can tell 34 to get moving into the yard. I guess for now, we'll just have you come to this spot. Oh no, wait, nope, stop. First, we'll move your other cars. We're just gonna stick those new box cars in the middle of this, in between these two cuts for now. But I'm not gonna have 10 take the new Whittier cars as well. Well, actually, yeah, I probably should. That's a lot of cars. So yeah, we'll have 10 waiting. It can take the new Whittier cars as well. You grab those, and let's go back to 40. Teleport into the scenery again. Maybe before I do another streaming series, I'll try and get a better computer. This is starting to lag. I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell. Now the second batch. Oh yeah, and these cars I still have to deal with too. So now you can head into Bryson. No, we'll go with the longer track. Just to be safe. Now the question is, can our K35 handle all of this solo? I hope so. The grade isn't that steep coming out of here. What is that one? Is that a local? No, that's another Walker, and that one's probably also... Nope, that's a Hemingway, interestingly. Well, we will have some Hemingway cars then for the next train. Now the question is, if 71 can't get this whole train up the hill and we have to double it, Will we have time? Will we be able to get both halves up before the passenger train? Kind of thinking probably not. Yeah, this is gonna be this is gonna get very interesting on all fronts. Now you can go get your other stuff. Let's go look at 71 real quick. So the other passenger train is a couple bins around. It's not in render distance. There it is. With all its at least these passengers get roofs on their excursion train, right? Oh, Celestial, be nice. I mean, yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah. We do kind of need passenger service in this game. Unfortunately, we can't just model the 1960s or pretend it's the 1960s where we have killed all passenger service. The game does judge us if we don't do that. And yeah, I do want to figure out, if not how to fix that, then at least how to get better passenger cars. Like I said, if I can use the Raider ones, the Raider streamlined ones, that would be really fun. They are pretty heavy, so I'd have to go with shorter trains, but they're pretty fun. The Dove class engine can handle, I think, 4 of them on red marble. And I think there's a diesel version, which is a little more powerful, but diesels, why? Why would you do that? This is a steam railroad, don't you know? Maybe next one we can do diesels. Yep, here comes the excursion train. And yeah, I do need to think about how this thing's decorated. I think I'm going to take off the stack rings for now. There's a lot of customization we can do for that. Maybe next time I'll take the time to do it. In the meantime, roll out. Get as far as you can. I don't think this is going to be enough to get everything up the hill. But do what you can. You can just shove that down here. And then go back and handle the other cars. And 12, I think we're just going to have you stick around until it's clear and then run to the shop. Where's 46, actually? Is 46 here yet? 46 is just getting into town. Let's pop this open, keep an eye on 71. And, oh, well, our Connolly engine is also ready to come down. But, not yet. Did you put a picture of that in the Midland Discord? Let me look. Oh, right. That thing. The brick. Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about it. It looks interesting. Yeah, if you want to see what Celestial's talking about, head over to the Midland 1072 Productions Discord. Link in somewhere on Midland's channel. .402, switch against. 402 is the Nantahalon. Oops. Okay. Yeah. So now you run yourself around the other side. One of these is for seed, but we're just gonna deal with it anyway. At least for the time being. I'm not entirely sure I would count that as an anachronism, unless it was built in the modern day. To my knowledge, an anachronism usually means something that is out of its standard time period. So, like, if I was doing a video about the 1800s, but was walking around with a cell phone, that would be a serious anachronism. Of course, I could be understanding the term wrong. I can't remember, did I get the next milestone? Okay, yeah, next interchange. Ah! In the 60s. Okay, I take that back. That is definitely something of an anachronism then. Yeah, 61 is pretty late. Okay, and our other train stalled out. So, yeah. So let's shove you back to here. We'll drop whatever fits in siding, and then you can take the rest up. And meanwhile, 34 is sneaking into the yard as well. And we got a service 46. But I do think we'll make 100 grand, if not this episode, the next in-game day. That'll be fun. Gas turbine mechanical. Interesting. Find another switch against you. I'm gonna go a little further, actually. Let's just get this cut of 4 pulpwood cars, because they're all supposed to be together, into one spot. And now run the top 10. And now, okay, so 34 has reached the yard. I guess we'll have you can take these and start switching stuff out. It's a bit over your pay grade, but it'll get you out of the way. We gotta get that caboose off too. That's okay. We can get the caboose off. Put it out of the way for now. And you are conveniently parked to coal up. Has 40 gotten to where it's going? Yeah, 40 did. I just wasn't paying attention. So now it's time to start moving that stuff over. This is going to take a couple switches. Actually, maybe the way we do it is we'll grab these, shove them up here, and then move the other ones in. I think it'll be just a little less confusing. Ah, okay. That explains that. This one takes a lot of coal. 16, oh, that's right, this is the 16-ton one. Now move you back for water. Speaking of other train games, I did get to play some Derail Valley with a friend the other day. It was really fun. I haven't done multiplayer Derail Valley in a bit. Did a double header with a DE6 and an S282. We'll start by moving cars over. So we did that. We did a couple just two-person crews. Finally at the stop when her computer started not playing nice with the game, and things were moving around that shouldn't have been moving around. It was, in fact, a time and a half. It was a lot of fun, though. Alright, so now we grab you. And move you to here. Which ought to be enough to get you out of the way. And then we'll have to do some mainline switching with this one, too. To get Tandem Seed. We've got 4 cars. Oh, most of these cars going out, actually. I'll have to think about the best way to do that. Better remember to set up the afternoon interchange then. Alright. Things are moving, things are moving. It's good enough. Move that there. 11 needs to... Oh. Need somewhere else to put this caboose. I guess for now this caboose goes... Well, for now, just put it there. And then once the green caboose is on, 10 can leave. And then we can sort out the rest of this mess. That car goes there. That one goes up there. I have also seen there's a mod that there are a couple mods that make cabooses do something. Haven't actually tried to do much with them yet, though. Okay, so now 40 can grab these and go ahead and put them on the back. And where's our passenger trains? Passenger trains are about to pass each other, and this time it's the other train. Usually this train gets there first. And they are a bit off balance in terms of capacity. It's not much, but it is a bit. I will need to fix that, but ideally I will fix other things first. In-game? Yeah. Technically they look nice, that's about it. But I think there's a mod that makes it so they reduce wear and tear, and they do automatic oiling when you're stopped. Like from the back of the train forward. But the mod I'm thinking of, which is another Lego train mod, as if those aren't causing enough problems, also put speed limits on any AI train that doesn't have a caboose. And I'm not sure I want to do that. Oh, no. You gotta keep going. That was a mistake. I apologize. Actually, no, you can't do anything yet. You uncouple from that. And then you just need to pop back here for a sec. And 10, I hope this train is not heavily overtonned for you. I suppose these cars are ready to go out, are they? Nope. Okay. Alright, so 34. Wow. You know, I've noticed it feels like I haven't switched standard oil in a while. Guess I haven't had to. But you can come up there. The school Wi-Fi literally refuses to connect to your phone. I have to wonder if that's meant to be a feature of the school Wi-Fi. But hey, drawing is good. I do love seeing your art. And just put that up here for now. Outbound train looks like it could end up being pretty late. It's not, so that's not a feature of your school's Wi-Fi, it's just being stubborn. Got it. And, alright, so 71. You head back down the hill. And for now, I guess you grab those. And you'll probably have to wait for the other passenger train. Assuming the other passenger train can make it up the hill. Alright, and then you can go head over here, and shortly we will begin switching all this stuff out. And then once 71 is clear, 55 can proceed. I don't know where. And I guess you can go... You're probably in good condition, aren't you? Go hide back here for a moment. Yeah, probably a good idea to save your money. Go there for now. And then you can park your car up here. Okay, stuff is getting around. For now, I guess I'll have you come... You can come to the outskirts of Andrews, because If 40's going to be switching, I don't want you going into Andrews all the way. Let's reset some of these switches for defaults. And yeah, our tank engine has more log cars, but we're going to wait on that for now. How's the sawmill doing, actually? We might have to go get those down. It's doing alright. So when we do the afternoon interchange, we're just going to do Andrews. We're not going to do Whittier. Whittier gets served once a day. Andrews gets served twice. Not that Whittier has a whole lot of cars anyway. I think only, like, a few things in this area get served by Whittier, and some of them also get served by Andrews. I think the way to do this is we'll pop the boxcar out, bring the hoppers back, pop the hoppers out, and then put the one we need back in. Seems like a semi-sensible way of doing that. Yeah, like that. Of course, we're going to probably have to switch this again in the afternoon. That would be an interesting engine to have in-game. And, hold on. I did that wrong. Need to wait for this one to come back, and then... There. That might have been slightly hard. Cough, cough, DM3. What's funny is my friend mentioned that she loves using the DM3, and most of the other friends she plays with does too. So, to each their own. Don't remember which way the track is sloped here. I think it's sloping away, so this will work. Well, there is that. It is very much not the strongest engine in the game. I love using the DE6 because it is the strongest. I'll be honest, I hardly ever run Steam. Okay, well, 12, you... Oh no, hang on, that's not what I wanted. "12 wiped out this morning handling the pulpwood, so... Actually, I don't think he was even handling the pulpwood, it was still getting stuff... It was leaving the yard, that's what it was. It was trying to leave the yard and it crashed into the side of another train, because the AI is stupid. Alright, so in the meantime, 10, you've got one car to drop off. And then I think all these cars are for Sawmill, right? Nope, there's one Stenzel and one Holofield. I think we got another Stenzel car at the yard, so we'll just handle those together. And in the meantime, 34, you've been sitting around long enough. You can get cold and turned. Am I forgetting anyone else? 71 is... Okay, 71 is about to need assistance. So 71 is now priority, because they're going to have to push... Push these out of the way. This thing went through a lot of water on the way over. I mean, it's still got more than half, but I feel like the Pacifics didn't go through that much. And you are here until... you gotta leave very soon. So, passenger trains are running behind schedule. Got it. And you're taking full. 10 can go there. Can go back. 10 can go back. 12 can probably go get water. Yeah. 40 needs to run around its train. And then take it all the interchange. And speaking of interchange, 55 is still in motion, but it can also just come down to the interchange. Well, no, wait. 55 has to go here because it's going to have... Yeah, 55 has to go to Snowbird because it's got pulpwood. We'll make 71 wait a little longer. Come to there because then we got to get your tank car dropped off. And for now, you know what? We'll have 105 start collecting logs. Okay, this thing is definitely going slower up Red Marble than before. These excursion cars are heavy. At least compared to the number of passengers they carry. It does make me glad we have the mountains on them. And while 40 is waiting for clearance, which isn't going to come for a bit, I guess we better start figuring out where all these cuts are in the cars. No, that wasn't it. Come back a couple. There we go. 24 cars heading to interchange. How do you like that? And meanwhile, our new passenger train is... Okay, it's accelerating up Red Marble again. That's good. Hopefully we won't have to run an afternoon pulpwood after all. Given the sheer amount of pulpwood we've just brought in and are about to continue bringing in. That would be nice. Because, well, let's see. We've got 2 cars up here. 3 more back there, and then 4 more on 71's train. And if I tell 71 to head to Topton Siding, are we going to run into any other issues? Sometimes it doesn't like following other trains on AI mode. Oh, and while I'm thinking of it, let's get that interchange. Pending orders. I don't know what the pending orders thing means. I think that's related to the other mod I added, which didn't break anything, where you can specify interchanges. And I talked about that a bit last episode. Typically, if you have multiple interchanges open, it'll draw cards from all of them. With that mod, you can choose to send it to only one interchange. Normally, you take a time penalty for it. For the purposes of story, the businesses are making that decision, so no penalty. Which is basically to say that I adjusted the mod so that you don't do that. So there is no penalty. You can come down to the Y. And here comes 10 with more cars. Alright, 40 is clear, so 40 can head to interchange. And 55... well, I think the first thing we're going to do is pop these over to this track. And that way we can try and keep the other cars, the non-local cars, together. Have the train gone away? You mean the passenger trains, have they exploded again yet? No. Passenger trains are still intact. Well, the new versions of the passenger trains are still intact. That actually looks pretty cool. It would look cooler if I didn't have a caboose in the middle of it. Train's still here. Alright, let's turn 34 around. Bring it into a stall and get it ready for the eventual outbound. Which, who knows when that's going to be. It's definitely not going to be this stream. It'll be next stream. Oh, nope. Not quite. I almost ran a pair of DE2s off a turntable yesterday playing the game. It was that close to going off. Fortunately, it didn't. That would have been a pain. Okay, yeah, but I'm definitely feeling some lag in this game. And I don't think it's mods, I think it's just I've got so much railroad open and so many cars on the map. Maybe next time we do like a poverty special where we can't put anything above tier 3. Stop. Why do you have a stop? You shouldn't have a stop. Oh, that's why you have a stop. I do like that they added buildings to the oil field. That's nice. Or not oil field, but the oil distributors. I think you knew what I meant. So put those there, shove these in. put the other cars back, shove the other two in. That's the pattern. And you are struggling with this train. I didn't realize it was going to be that bad. And how are you doing schedule-wise? You're going to be late. There's nothing I can do about that. It's just slow going for you. Oh, you've got so much train to deal with when switching this. Oh, wow. Yeah. I guess while you're doing that, what I can do is have our tank engine. I don't want to put them in yet. For now, let's put them up here, and then we can move them in later. And yeah, the Stenzel car we will deal with in a bit. I am not one to try Dutch dropping this thing with this much train. I know someone who would, but that is not me. Let's all be real. Hyce would do that in an instant. I also kind of wish there was a way to say, unload this car next. There's not. I've never actually made use of the switch lists. Which is kind of weird, but okay. I guess I just don't really need them. Yeah, we might have to knock a couple of these excursion cars off. Just accept the loss of passengers. I did try running the numbers for how many charter caboose it would take, and it was a lot. It would take a lot of charter caboose to equal the passenger capacity I lost. It would be a much lighter train, because they're only 3 tons each. Well, I think. Maybe. Alright, so now you can head to the yacht. Probably come up to here-ish. Yep, red is marbling. One of the passenger trains is like 3 minutes late now. So now put the other cars over here, and then shove those ones in. Now you still have more cars, so we're going to... You know, I'm going to have you come up the Y for a second, get out of the way, because then we can shove your cars onto the back of the rest of the 55s. And I think that's going to be the smarter way to do it. Oh no, it's not late to Topton. I was looking at the wrong time. It is still on time. So, never mind. Passenger capacity is saved. Now put those two with the other ones. Oh, there's going to be a bunch of switching to get cars out this afternoon. That's okay. And yeah, 71 is struggling hard. Knock on wood keeps enough coal and water. I'm more worried about the water part. 40, I don't think I told to go far enough. 40 goes further. 40 goes further. And now 10. 10 go far enough. 10 went far enough. So 10 can drop those in. You gather the rest of your cars and head back to where you're supposed to be, which is the interchange. .40 is out of the way. Passenger trains are still passengering, which is technically not a pronoun, but oh well. Not a pronoun, a verb. It's not a pronoun either, technically. I might just stab these cars on top of it. Call it good. But the nice thing is that we should have all the Whittier cars on one track and all the Andrews cars on another. Which should make sorting them out later a bit easier, instead of having them all mixed up with each other. How long before we run out of logs again? By the time the afternoon passenger trains start? I don't know. I just realized these cars could roll so much. No, no, no. Go there. These cars could roll further if we let them. There is, in fact, space. Just have to be really careful with it. And once that much mass starts rolling, it doesn't stop easy. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so now take these cars and you put those there. And then, yeah, I think we can actually physically fit the log cars on this track. We just can't get them all unloading at the same time. And then how am I going to do all this other stuff? I mean, first things first, this thing's going to need water. But I think I'll have this one take the Stenzel cars over. And, yeah. How's the loading process going, actually? This one's almost done. These ones are most of the way done, because they're so light. Don't think there'll be anything going back from here, though. And, oh, yeah, it's swallowing those logs. So let's run you up and get you re-cold in water. I think if I'm good, I can get them both done at the same time. Yeah. Perfect! Barely works, but it works. And that is what is important. So now you go collect the rest, and what we'll have you do, you will pull into here once this one's clear. That's so funny. And then grab the caboose and the boxcar off the back, and grab that boxcar and take them away. And then later we can grab that hopper and take it away too. And the passenger trains are getting in position. That's good. Alright, so now 55 runs back to here, and then 40 can drop more cars. For the time being, 10 is the drama we're watching. Just get out of the way for a second. 71 is still fighting. 71 of you stalled. I think 71 stalled. Dang it. Okay. That was too much even for that. So we're gonna have to do this in 2 parts yet again. You were so close too. Guess we should have split the set. That's okay, we will have time before the afternoon trains to sort that out. Okay, so now you... just pluck these off. We might not even need an afternoon train back to Bryson. Well, you're still on it mostly onto the tender deck, but apparently that counts, so whatever. So now grab that one. And one more thing I need to do is fix these schedules. I bumped them back a little bit because of the issues. So I need to fix them. Okay. Bumping them back gave me time to get new passenger consoles set up. So it was worthwhile. But it does need to be corrected now. And since we've rolled these ones down, we can outfit those ones there, and we'll be all good. Right, 55 needs water, and then it actually needs to get turned around, come to think of it. Should have just done that. Well, I couldn't do that because 40 was in the way of the Y. Alright, and now we can finally get the morning stencil car over to stencil. And we are already draining log cars in what seems to be a random order. Oh! Ha! Oh, okay. Somehow I'd missed that part. Do the repair track with you. And now 71 needs to go collect the other half of its train. Man. I know I've had to double the hill before. I don't think I've ever had to triple it. You're in the way now, so you need to move. And that will mess up the AI. Oh, because that switches thrown. There we go. Let's go here for now. You go same spot-ish. And now we've got these cars finally dropped where they need to be. So 40 can also go water. Well, no, 40 needs to stay put because we're about to turn a passenger train. And yet, not a lot of people because, yeah, issues. At least we got some. So what sort of customization can we do here? Just gonna do some simple ones for the moment. Oh, I like that. No, don't like that. We're gonna leave that. Leave that. Man, there's a lot of stuff we can do here. We are going to white wall them. And everything else we're going to leave for now. That just looks really good, I think. Okay. Go get your train together, please. We're gonna have to figure out how to get the caboose moved around to the other side. I just thought of that. Just get this thing out of the way. Yeah, that'll do this for now. Alright. Did I spot you properly? I did spot you properly-ish for water. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move the caboose to the other end. Can we change that sublettering? Okay, I don't know what we're gonna call this yet. I don't know of any what more mountains are nearby, so we're just gonna call this Red Marble Mountain. The other one will be a little more fun to customize because the other one's the streamlined one. Oh, we don't fit. We're gonna have to move this forward a bit more. Okay. Well, we kind of reached just about the end. I think the only thing left is to get 71's train back together and sent down the mountain. And then, yeah, we'll call it a stream once 71's moving and the other passenger train's in the Whittier. And once again, I will be trying to figure out how to fix this. Because this is not what I want. I was trying to keep this somewhat serious. Dang it. Now I'll go grab everything else. I guess I can change the whistle out at some point, too. You are actually going to need to move out of the way, too. Because the other passenger train is going to need space. Meanwhile, yep, still eating up logs. Alright, now grab that. And hey, the other train made it to Whittier. Yay! And 71 is finally back together. Okay, good. $71, you are clear to... Well, no, you gotta go there because you got pulpwood too. You are also holding at Whittier. Alright, let's get you turned around and see if I can get these cars properly sandwiched in there. So, with that, folks, I think we are about to call it a stream. I'll let the song play out, of course, but... yeah. Like I said, we'll try and get the passenger cars figured out next time. I might just go see if there's any better mods. Because something ain't working right. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, again, this is a game that officially does not support mods yet, but people have done it anyway. So obviously there's bound to be issues like this, and I'm just glad it took this long for such issues to crop up. So, yeah. This could also affect what we do for second season of Railroader, because there probably will be one. unless Infinite Rails or some other game finishes up early enough first. But I don't immediately foresee that happening. I guess I could do an open TTD or something. In any case, we're going to call the stream here for the night and let you all get back to whatever it is you want to do tonight. So, have a good one. Take care. Enjoy.